Hi, my name's Anushka and this is my channel, Anushka Marie. And this channel is going to be about beauty, about life, about my planner obsession and lots of other things. I don't want to be boxed in. I don't want it to be just be beauty or just be organisation, and I really hope you enjoy it. Today I'm going to do a makeup look. I'm going to do an everyday makeup look, what I am sporting right now. This is what I wear on a daily basis. I do change it up, different lip colours, different eye colours, but this is a really neutral look which is really easy to achieve. I don't use that many products. It's something that I've had a lot of people ask me about on a daily basis at work. I've had friends ask me at church, and I just wanted to share, and it's been so fun filming it. So if you want to watch that, stay tuned, it's coming up. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to use my Revlon, let's see if you can see this, Nearly Naked foundation, and I really like this one for every day because it's lighter coverage. It's I'm using the colour True Beige, and I really like it. It's like not too heavy, not too mask-like, because you know potentially you're going to be in an office, so you don't want it to be like masky. So I just get some of this, dot it all over my face. Oh, do you know what I should do? Tie my hair back. That would be something worth doing. So just kind of dot it all over the face. Okay, let's just put my hair back. Okay, so I might just put some more on my forehead. Oh, turn off this music. Listening to Ed Sheeran, love him. So usually I'd either get like a, this is a Real Technique stippling brush, or my Steeler, it's like a beauty blender. It's not the beauty blender, but it's fantastic. So I think I'll just use this one today. It's really just like a buffing kind of motion with this one, which I really like because I think it gives you a really natural finish. So get all around your nose, under your eyes, blend it down onto your neck, and the whole like buffing motion just helps it look more natural, which is good for the office or school or university or wherever you're going, because I mean we don't want to pack on the makeup too much every day, because one, it takes way too long, and two, then when you really do get dressed up to go out, you don't really have like another look to go to. That's what I find anyway. I find if I wear too much makeup every day, it's not like this fun treat when I go out. So I think that is pretty well blended. So then I'll get my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I've got Deep, and this one I use for like the face, so I don't use it under the eyes because it's not bright enough, but like I've got like a little spot there, a little bit on there, just wherever you get discoloration. So I get it heaps around my nose, and because I have allergies I wipe my nose pretty much all day, so it's just good to have one like a concealer that's, you know, as much towards your skin color as possible, and that's really good for the face. And that's the Maybelline one is a really good texture as well, because it doesn't it's not too heavy, it's really creamy, it blends in quite well. Everyone goes on about the NARS creamy concealer, but honestly I can't afford to buy a $35 concealer. I mean, who can? That's like ridiculous. Anyway, I mean, I guess if I like didn't have children and didn't have a mortgage, I could probably afford to buy a $35 concealer. Actually, I think it's $38, but yeah, I think this is a great alternative. Like from what I've seen and from what I've felt in Mecca and stuff, this is a much better, like not much better, but a much cheaper alternative. And I always wait till Priceline have their, they always have specials. Like just keep your eye on the website. So now I've done that concealer, I leave my under eye one until not always, but today I will, until I do my eye makeup. And that's because if I have like fallout, I'll just be able to clean it up with my under eye concealer. So I'm going to use this palette, the Naked 3 palette, and this is great. Like, these Naked palettes are awesome. I'm sure like every man and his dog have been talking about the Naked palettes because they're great. Like, they're all really neutral colors, and this number 3 is like more rosy gold tones, but they've also got a lot of neutrals on the end. So I did this look yesterday for work. It was like just a really, I didn't use any of the pinks in the palette. I just used like the browns, and I really liked it. I really like the look. So it's very basic, which is odd for me because usually I do like more kind of like, I'll do a pop of color or I'll do a bright lip. But yeah, I was happy with the result. So a lot of the times I'll use an eyelid primer, but I'm not going to today because, you know, when you're first starting out in makeup, a lot of people don't have eyelid primers, and unless you have really oily eyelids, sometimes you don't need them. And I actually do have really oily eyelids, but for the purpose of this video, I won't be using one. So let's just, oh, I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm gonna put this color, this one, this is called Limit, and I'm gonna pop that in my crease. And this is just so there's a little bit of darkness in there. It gives you like sinks your socket in a little bit, so it gives your eye a nice shape and a nice look. And it's really good for blending too. So when you get to your lid color and you color on the corner, it's much easier to blend if you have a transition color. So I'll get a little bit of that on my Real Techniques domed shadow brush. I love these so much. I've used these like nobody's business, and they're still going strong, and I've had these for so long. So I highly recommend the Real Techniques brushes, and they are coming out with these new ones, Bold Metals collection, and they look great. Like, they just look beautiful, but I have to admit they look darn expensive. I'm going to show you lots of techniques and ways that you can use cheaper products and still get a great look. So anyway, so I'm going to put that Limit, you can see I've kind of put it into my crease. It's really subtle, just kind of gives you a bit of something. It's like a taupe kind of colour. I love that word, taupe. Now I'm going to get this colour here, which is called Factory, on this is a really old brush I have. It's by Artistry, and you can see it's a really flat brush, and these brushes are great for laying down product. So I'll show you what I mean. So I get a little bit on my brush, and I'm just going to, I'll get a bit closer. Ooh, I hope it focuses. I'm just going to lay it down all over the lid. Okay, get a bit more. And this one's got a bit of a shimmer to it, so it's not a matte color. It's so pretty. It's like kind of coming off a bit pink on my eyes, but it's actually not pink at all. So maybe there was a bit of stuff on my brush from last time. But it doesn't matter, you just make it work. Like, I'm not a professional makeup artist, but I'm always getting people stop me and ask me about my makeup, and friends and workmates, and I just thought, well, I must be doing something right. So, you know, I'm just doing what I'm doing, and if you like it, cool. If you don't, cool. I'm going to use this colour here called Mugshot, and it's really pretty. It's a bit browner than Factory, and it has got a shimmer to it as well, but that's not a big deal. So then you want to put this in the corner, and it's just really to give you a bit of definition. It up a bit, like it's hardly anything, it's just a touch of colour. And blend it out, and that, you know, that transition colour that you've put in, it just makes the whole thing so much easier and so much like more professional looking. If you've got that colour up there, like in the crease, and you blend this darker one into it, make sure it looks all blended. It looks blended to me. Okay, so any black eyeliner will be fine. Try not to get one that's too creamy because they can get really messy. You basically just want to, what I do, just want to emphasize the end and come in. You want to come in to the tear duct, but keep it really close to the lash line so it's not too out there. I'm keeping really close to the lash line. Oh, and you know what? It doesn't matter if you don't get it too precise because you're going to be curling your lashes and putting on mascara anyway. The whole thing is you're just defining the eyes. You're just, you know, giving them a bit of something. Now I've got down-turned eyes. You can see they're kind of down-turned, so I always like to flick up my eyeliner just a little bit. I don't always get it right though. Like quite often I'll just draw it straight down. I'm like, oh no, I look half asleep. So, but you know, you just work with what you've got. You just do your best for your face. It's just makeup. You can always, you know, take it off and start again. Right, so I've got my eyelash curler. It's just a QVS one. Looks so funny. But I do it every day because I think it makes such a difference. This is Rimmel Scandal Eyes Rocking Curves. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was like ridiculous. Look at this brush. Can you see that? Look at that brush. Like how silly is that? But it actually gives like awesome volume. So I still think the brush is really silly, but I'm not gonna not use it if I have it. And I often get it everywhere. So it's really good to keep cotton buds with you at all times. Okay, so I won't do my bottom lashes yet because I will do concealer and powder that all in and then I will do my bottom lashes. I've kind of gone with this light brown Australis one, eyebrow pencil, and it's actually really good. Like I know everyone goes on about Anastasia Brow Wiz and the brow dip pomade, but I mean that stuff is really expensive, and I guess like some stuff I will spend money on. Like I've got MAC Pro Longwear, which is awesome, but some stuff I don't know, I just think you can make do, and I think you can look beautiful without having to spend a fortune. So anyway, that's enough of that. So it's got a little comb on one end, which I think is so cute. So we just brush our eyebrows. So you just want to give more definition. Like it's not like you're fully drawing them in, but I mean some people might have to actually. And if you don't, I have a lot of natural hair and everyone has different eyebrow shapes, so I don't think that you have to look a certain way to be beautiful. You be you. Everyone's got, I believe everyone's got a beautiful feature or something about them that makes them special. And so I just bought this yesterday actually. This is a brow sculpting gel from Ardell. Actually, it smells like hair gel and it looks like hair gel. So I'm just going to use this just to keep them all in place. Look. Okay. So then I'm going to use my Maybelline Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles, and I got a really light, I actually got light in this one because I was really digging the kind of Kim Kardashian under eye light brightener. I do think it's a bit, I don't know, passe now, but this is a really good product, so I want to use it up, obviously being budget conscious, and if I want to like darken it up so you can see it's really light, but I like the effect it gives. So you just pop it all under, put a little bit, like, so you want to highlight kind of the center of your face. I just put a little bit, not too much. And then if I want to darken it up, I get that Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and just put in between, see? Just put a bit of that to darken it up. And then I get my Real Techniques, what's it called? Setting brush, which, oh my gosh, if you seriously need this in your life, it is so awesome for under the eye. And I'm just going to blend that all together. It just, see how it just fits perfectly? So it's given me like a bit of brightness under my eyes. It's not too out there, but if that's too much for you, just use like a more skin toned under eye concealer. And don't forget, like if you want to cancel out dark circles, which I actually do have, but I'm not too bothered by them, use like a salmon-y color concealer, and then you can use like a more skin colored one over it, because the salmon cancels out the dark circles. And now that I've kind of finished under my eyes, I'm actually going to set it with, I'll show you what it is, with some loose powder. So it's Face of Australia, and I actually saw this on another YouTuber's thing ages ago, and it's really good. It's just from Priceline again. It's really cheap for a big pot of it. I mean, I've had it for so long and it's chocker full still. The whole thing's full. And all I use it for is just setting my under eye concealer. And it just makes sure that it doesn't move all day. So this is Dallas by Benefit, and I use this to contour. It's actually a blush shade, but it's like pretty deep for a blush shade. What does it say? For a natural fresh glow. So, okay, but I'm going to use it like a contour because it works really well, and I love this little brush that comes with it. Look at it. It's so cute. So I just find the hollow of your cheek, and you want to go from the top of your ear and don't go past your eye, okay? So find your cheek and just work it in there. See? Already I've got like creating a shadow compared to that side. And that's just going to give, like, I've got quite a round face, so I like to look quite sculpted. And just, you know, play with it, blend it. Anyway, so that, like, sometimes I will put on a lot of bronzer because I am quite dark. I can handle a really warm bronzer. But for today, because I'm just going into the office, I'm just going to do that little bit of contouring, and then I get my, I love this blush. This is Bourjois. Can you see that? Bourjois Rose. Oh, why am I trying to read the French? Love Struck Rose. And these are beautiful. Do you know, I used to use these years ago. Oh, and I've got a Real Techniques, the Multitasker, which I actually use for blush and bronzer. You can see it's been really well used. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, how do they do that? So I just kind of smudge my cheeks together. That's my dog outside. And you just want to do like the apple and sweep it up. You don't want to go too forward. So, you know, just kind of blend it into that contour. So look, you could keep going darker, but I think that's nice. That's quite natural, hey? Yeah. All right, so that's the blush. Now, talking about Bourjois Healthy Balance powder, and I love it. Like, it's the most beautiful, finely milled powder I've ever used. And I mean, I worked for Lancome, and they have gorgeous staff. I brought my powder brush. They have gorgeous staff, but it's so dear. Like, it will cost you $60 for a powder, maybe 50 to 60. But this, I mean, it's just as good. So it's like, it's not a powder foundation, it's a setting powder. So I get really, I mean, you can probably tell I'm already shiny. I get a really oily T-zone, which I actually don't mind because oil keeps you younger, people. So, but you just take away some of the shine. So I would just like powder my nose. This, by the way, is the Real Techniques powder brush, which is fabulous. Powder my chin. So you don't really need to powder my cheeks because they don't get oily, and it's just, if you put more powder on your cheeks now, it's just going to look cakey, and we don't want to look cakey because it just looks like you don't know what you're doing. Before I do lipstick, I've just got another little product here, which is just a nice touch. I don't do this every day, but it's something I've really been liking lately. So it's Moonbeam by Benefit, and it's just like a liquid highlighter. So you can see it's like a paintbrush, like a nail polish brush. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand. Just get a little bit more. Oh, that's way too much. All right, and then I just smooth it out. You see that? I've probably got way too much. I do have way too much. Okay, and you just want to highlight, touch it to the tops of the cheekbones. Don't go further down than your eye because it can look like you're a sweaty mess. So find the tops and just dab it on. Okay, and it's just a little something to give you a bit of a glow, especially like all us mummies who have young children. We need some glow, people. Right. And I've got really good kids, but I still need some glow. So now I'm going to do my lipstick. So I've pretty much done my face. I've got a MAC lip pencil. I thought this was just gorgeous. This color is called Spice, and because I'm quite dark, it just works. So I'm going to put this I'm going to outline my lips. Hang on a minute. And this will work with so many different lip colors. Like I could make this into a dark brown. I could make it go really pink. I could color in the whole lip and then just put a gloss over it. So now I've got that. I've got a really cheap lipstick. This one, oh yeah, I did that. This one is called Dare to be Nude, and it's an Essence lipstick. This thing is $3.50. And I'm not saying it's not gonna last you all day. You're gonna have to retouch it, but for $3.50, who cares? Right, so it's a nice neutral, looks kind of pinky on camera. It's actually really nude brown, but I'm dark once again, so what's going to look nude and brown on me might look really dark on you, or vice versa, so just take what you want. So it matches that MAC lip pencil really well. The last thing I do is give my face a spray with some setting spray. I never used to do this, but then every YouTuber raved on about setting sprays. So I actually got MAC's Fix Plus, and I don't know if I'll buy it again. I know that NYX makes a setting spray for a dewy skin and a matte skin, but this is really nice, and if I could afford to buy it all the time I probably would, but yeah, anyway, I'm nearly at the end of it, but I only spray like once a day. So it's really a setting spray is to help your makeup last longer, but it's also to take that powdery done look away from your face. So it's just to make you look a bit more like, this is my natural skin. And it's just really, yeah, I don't know, it just makes everything look more cohesive. So have a little look before you do. Oh, do you know what I didn't do? Glad I didn't spray my Fix Plus. I didn't do my bottom lashes. So get your mascara, and I'm just gonna spray a mist of that. Kind of fan your face off, let it dry, take my hair out. All right, so that is the finished look. So that's my daily look. And I think it's like, it still looks like me. I'm not overdone. I don't know, I really like it. Yeah.